Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. I feel like a 2-week period minute. Yes? No? So I was originally going to split this up into 2 separate videos, but since I'm coming so close to delivery day, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel every day, because some days I'm just like, oh my god, I don't want to do anything, and then other days I'm like, let's go. So yeah, I just want to put my 2nd trimester and my 3rd trimester all in one video just to make life more convenient. So I did my 1st trimester update, and I'll link that down below for you guys if you want to go check that out. I don't want to keep the intro too long, so let's jump right into the video. So my 2nd trimester, which is week 13 to week 26, I was bouncing back slowly but surely. So for my 1st trimester, with all of the hormones just flooding my body and just like me really adjusting to this reality that I'm in, was a lot. So I was definitely getting more used to everything that was going on within me and outside of me, meaning like growing, which is definitely nice, because the feeling of not being able to control your emotions or anything of those sorts is not fun. And I feel like it definitely helped me with observation and analyzation when it comes to figuring out my emotions, like if they belong to me or not. And I think that's so very important, just like for life in general, not even just like when you're like pregnant. So my energy was slowly coming back, and that was so nice, because I was just so tired of my 1st trimester, and it was so annoying because I'm working on this, but in my mind, like sometimes like I convince myself that I have to be going and I can't rest, which is like really annoying. And I'm working through that, because if your body is like not functioning, or if your mind's not functioning and you need to just lie down, bitch, lie down. Just go to sleep, take a fat nap, alright? Because ain't nobody got time for that self-sabotage, alright? Like, we need to really just listen to our bodies, especially when you're pregnant, because sleep is necessary. Definitely started picking up better eating habits, which was definitely necessary, and thank the universe for helping me with that, because it was so hard not like fighting into my food cravings, which is pretty much just like junk food, literally just junk food. I would go through these moments where I felt lonely, and I think it was just because I was the only one experiencing what I was experiencing at that moment. Like, no one else is pregnant in my house, so I can't really talk to many people about that just like in person, but I do have people that I can reach out to and just like talk about that kind of stuff over the internet and stuff like that. So that's really nice, especially like when you're pregnant. I feel like it's so important to connect with other moms and just really like absorb all the information you can get, and just like relate to people and just talk to people that are also going through the same thing that you're going through, because that's what makes you not feel alone in this huge freaking world. And I think connecting with people is just so important on so many levels. Towards the end of my 2nd trimester, I began seeing my OBGYN every 2 weeks. Yeah, every 2 weeks. And baby girl started kicking like crazy in my 2nd trimester. I remember the one night I was literally just lying down and just looking at my stomach and just watching her go. It literally looked like she put her whole, it was probably her knee because her head's more towards my pelvis, and her legs are up and literally in my rib cage and kicking my rib cage 24/7. That's her favorite spot to kick, I've noticed that. But one time it literally looked like she just went right across. It was just like a big bump, like a wave of just like movement. I was just like, oh my gosh. And I think it's so interesting just like to really watch that happen, because it's just like, wow, this is really happening. Like, she's gonna be here so soon. Her due date's March 18th, and that's almost a month away. But I have a very, very strong feeling that she will be here before the 18th. And I'll give you guys a progress shot of my belly, because your girl's dropping. your girl is dropping. I'm looking at my body every day, and I'm also taking progress shots, but like it is so noticeable that my stomach is dropping. In my second trimester, I had problems with like yeast infections, which is like, is real life, like it's okay. So many women out there get this, and it's something to be ashamed of. It was really annoying because I did get tested and I knew I had it. I just wanted like a confirmation and then eventually be medicated for it, because I was self-treating with, what was it, apple cider vinegar, but I wasn't taking baths as frequently as I should have to make it go away. So I just would rather take like a pill form to help me, even though I didn't, because my doctors, they tested me for it, they never contacted me back for the results. Transferred to a new OBGYN and to deliver at this birthing center that I resonate way more with than this other hospital, and I was just like, no, I'm going with this one. So I transferred, and that was just a lot in itself, like the whole process. So I'll get into that. I was starting to get more sleep as well, so that was a plus. But yeah, my second trimester wasn't like as exciting as I feel like, I don't really know. It just wasn't like as exciting, like no juicy details of like what I was going through. It was kind of just that. You know what? I do have a juicy detail that I don't even know how I forgot to mention, but in my second trimester, was it my second? Yeah, my second trimester. No, it was my third trimester. Wow, what is time? I caught COVID-19. I honestly think it was a false positive test, just because of how like my body was. I know like you can get it and not show symptoms, but it was just so fishy. Like there was just so much like that was just like off about it. And I'm a conspiracist, so of course my ass is gonna think it's a false positive. But I pretty much just like had like a fever for like a half a day, and I threw up like once, and yeah, that was my So on to the third trimester, which is 27 weeks till baby is here, which is so soon. Oh my god, I really can't. I really can't. She's gonna be here so soon. My third trimester definitely started to feel like my first trimester, and it still kind of does, but I'm like getting a hold of it more now because I've been through my first and second trimester. Like I've come so far and I'm handling it very well. But with fatigue, yes, it hit me with like a wave and it came out of nowhere, but I'm still going through it, and it feels like first trimester fatigue again, because I know like women, pregnant women do get the same amount of fatigue from the first trimester and the third trimester. It's not like, not every pregnant woman does, but it's very common, and your girl definitely caught a case of that. But that's fine. I love sleep. Gives me an excuse to sleep and take naps, so I'm cool with it. Now this week I will begin seeing my doctor every week, which is so crazy. Like I went from seeing him like once a month, every 2 weeks, to now every week, which is crazy. Back to like the way I was feeling like with fatigueness and just my emotional and mental state. I would get into these prenatal, I don't want to label them and attach myself to prenatal depression, but it was similar to that, and I would get these spurts to where I would just get so lost in my emotions, and it would like, honestly, like I think this happened like twice where I was just like, I was so like emotionally furious with myself, and I was just beating myself up on the inside, and I really like, I just had really unhealthy thoughts, which is like breaks my heart to even just like think about, but it happens, and I'm just so glad that I'm not experiencing that anymore, because one, that's not good for the baby at all, which is also so hard to like remember and just really like wrap your head around when you're in a state like that. You're just like so involved with these emotions that are just weighing you down, and I feel like prenatal depression and prenatal anxiety need to be talked about more, because I feel like it's more towards postnatal, but prenatal really needs like more attention. Your baby is developing and you're experiencing all of these hormones flooding your body, and if you don't know how to handle your emotions right, like it's hard to not fall into this kind of pattern. But yeah, and sometimes when I was in these spurts, I would freak myself out and like think about like postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like so sensitive, like I'm such a like sensitive individual naturally, like what if like this affects like postpartum and I get postpartum depression, anxiety, like yada yada yada, and like that is not good to think about. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to manifest that into my life, and I know I'm gonna have a lot of support once the baby's here, so that's gonna be great, but like we don't got time for that. We don't have time for that. So yeah, I'm just very blessed and thankful that I made it over that speed bump and I'm no longer experiencing that anymore. Side note, I'm eating much healthier now, so that's great. I just had some yogurt with blueberries and strawberries, and I had some eggs with like lettuce, tomato, cucumber, carrots, some good stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely eating much healthier right now. I had the baby shower January 24th, and I'll also link that video down below because I posted it. It's not really that long. I didn't really get to actually film myself. My niece filmed pretty much like the entire thing for me, which I'm grateful for her help, because I definitely want to be able to conversate and just be in the moment and film at the same time. So whatever clips I have. And I have pictures. You guys can check out my Instagram for those. Actually, I don't think I posted any pictures of my baby shower. Yeah, no, I definitely didn't post any pictures of my baby shower, but I'll have some pictures on the screen for you guys. But yeah, definitely check out my baby shower video. I will link that down below. It was such a dream come true. Like, it was awesome. But yeah, that's kind of like everything up to this point. Something I've really noticed, and it's actually funny because I came across a video that I kind of want to do like an inspired video off of this video, but the Mind Your Own Pregnancy TED Talk video, I'm gonna watch that, but like just reading the description and just really like just relating to what was being said, I really want to touch on in a separate video. Like, pregnancy and motherhood, especially for new moms, is a journey in itself, and I think it's so important to let the mother go through trial and error, because how else do you get to learn? Like, I don't know, I am grateful for other people's opinions, but hearing like what I should do and what I shouldn't do 24/7 is just like really annoying, because one, I didn't ask for it, two, I'm a new mom. I want to like go above and beyond and like do like everything, especially as far as like my nursery. Like, people were telling me like, oh, you don't need that, you only need this, blah 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 blah, I'll just turn in that, blah, blah, blah. You only need this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't care if I only need this, if I don't need that. I will learn through my experience, and I'm a new mom. Like, I want to have everything. Like, I want to have everything, you know, like, I don't know, that's just my opinion. But I do want to make a video on that, because I think that's really important to just like let new mothers, and not even just mothers, like new parents, just go through this trial and error experience and just see what works for them and what doesn't work for them, because everyone's different. Every baby is different. That's pretty much everything up to this point. In the comments, let me know if you guys would like to have a room tour, because Joshua and I are sharing a room with baby girl. So yeah, her stuff's in here, our stuff's in here. If you guys want a little tour of our space, comment that down below. I'm gonna try to film as much as I can before delivery day, because I know when she's here I'm going to want to be as present as possible. It would mean the world if you guys could like this video. It supports the channel and me. And subscribe, of course, for future uploads, and hit that notification bell for future uploads as well. Alright, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.